Hi everyone, Sumesh here again, and welcome to episode number 3 of Doosara. And today I have with me Mr. Leisung Varghese, one of our uh, best people that could be on the projects team, and someone who has been guiding the projects team to ensure that the organization culture is intact, profitability remains, and we continue to power more and more people within the organization. Liju, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So it's your day. You ask me the questions that you have always wanted to, or we have been discussing a lot of things in the past 5 years that we have been together. So shoot.
Thank you for inviting me to this show.
Pleasure.
What is the key to your success as the CEO of this organization? And how do you manage to care for everyone equally while being a role model of humanity to others?
Thank you is what I would say if you considered me, because I have succeeded when you have introduced me like that, because yes, in the last episode I was discussing with Anu about the same thing, that people is what makes a difference. Process, products, all these things are only available if you have the right kind of people in an organization. Exactly. And as between us, when you came in and what you are today, in terms of the difference, I think that's because of the environment that was given.
Yes.
And my sole responsibility over here as the leader of the organization is to give the right kind of environment so they are intrinsically motivated to ensure that people around them are safe, are secure. And if someone is able to give a environment like that, I think that is pretty much enough motivation to ensure that it is provided to a lot more people.
That's actually great to know that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Leju.
When I came to Leisung, I know where am I.
Yeah.
And when I joined as a design manager. In period of 6 months, you realize I not to be in the design team. I have to be in the projects team. So whenever required, you always come and say this is your right time to move on or right time to take decisions. And in a 6 months period time, I become the project manager. When I was stuck to take decisions, I know one day we had a chat, and then you told, always keep in mind that this is your company and you have to take a decision on base that. So from that moment onwards, I got a confidence that whenever situations comes, I have to think in that level. I'll take decisions. When how you take decisions on same, same effort, or what I'm trying to say, it is actually the same spirit. I take it, and then
Absolutely. So you replace me as the CEO, and that is what is required.
Exactly.
So when you ask me how do you recognize the potential of a person, see, people come in different shapes and sizes. Okay, I mean, when I say that, I also mean emotionally. Some are very strategic, some are emotional, some analyze and maybe good at something which has to be analyzed and then taken a decision based on that. Some are quick on their thinking; they take decisions just like that. So everyone, I mean, you can't expect somebody who has a bird's eye view to be in design.
yes,
You can't expect someone who goes really deep into something and wants to sit and understand something into projects which are, say, a 3-day period. So when you understand, I mean, even before that, what is important is to understand what kind of people are there.
Exactly.
Okay, so we all keep learning about the DISC, that we, okay,
Yes.
everybody in the organization knows what a dominant person is, who an influential person is, what a steadiness means, and what consensuous means. So these and for the viewers, we will be doing a detailed discussion on the disc profiling, which is a big part of our organization. But yeah, as going back to Liju, so we have a mix of all these, and some are really good at certain things. So as a leader, my core objective is to ensure that the right people are at the right places. And then the best thing is to teach them on how to analyze, which I have been doing.
Yes.
And I think that is what is making the second line so strong. People like you make the second line strong because you understand what we as an organization means. So it's important for a leader to analyze and understand people. That's the first thing. And then comes the rest. Yeah. The second part of the question, which you said, was
How to build
build their confidence.
Yes.
I think building confidence is not a one day process or a one time process. It is the continuous. I can't come and tell you, okay, Liju, you need to start sending reports from tomorrow. You say that once. And if I, as somebody who has to send the reports to my manager, I am not doing it, I am not building you. And I am not building your confidence on me. So the first thing is to walk the talk. Whatever you have been trying to tell people, the first thing they need to look at is he doing it? As we say, email should be replied back in 2 hours max.
Exactly.
Is something I say.
Yes.
And I ensure that all my emails are responded back in 2 hours. So as long as I don't do that, there's a funny story about Gandhiji. So once one of somebody in the village went across to Gandhiji while he was sitting and said that my son eats a lot of tamarind. He loves tamarind. And Gandhiji told him, and he will listen to you, so why don't you tell him to stop eating tamarind? And Gandhiji looked at the boy and then looked at the mother and said, why don't you come day after tomorrow? This lady was thinking, why did Gandhi say this? He could have just told him to stop and he would stop it. But she went back. She comes back after 2 days and Gandhi tells the boy, son, stop eating tamarind. It's not good for your health. And the mother looks at Gandhi and says, you could have told this day before yesterday. And the answer Gandhi gave was that I love tamarind. I was eating it. So if I had to tell him, don't eat, I needed to stop it for 2 days. I think great men have taught us all these things in nutshells in their books. So I'm sorry, but digressing from the subject, it is so important that books become your guide. You will never be able to sit with greats like Gandhiji, Bill Gates, but we love their thought process. So the best way, I tell the whole team and to all those people who really want to be successful, yes, social media is good. Everything is good. But what the books have in them is a wealth that can never, ever be... It's a treasure. And we have books at home, we have books on our tables, but how many of us really put in that effort to read? It's a wealth that is available with you. If you're able to understand what these books mean, what they have told in that, I think a lot of my judgments, lot of me is built by lovely books like this. This is from Experiments of Truth by Gandhi.
Great.
Yeah?
That's great to know that.
Thank you, Leisung. Thank you.
And related to this, the last question, the third question. Of course, always I know you will give the best advice to the team that I experienced personally, because in my earlier question I have told that when I came, literally I was having any technical experience. Of course, I have project experience, but when I joined, I got a lot of experience handling projects, taking decisions, taking risk. I do well-known certifications that always advised by you as a great mentor. So that helped me to grow. Where I am today, it's because of Mr. Sumesh Satyan. That, so my question is actually, what is the best advice you can give it to individuals who aspire to achieve success in their career growth?
When somebody wants to be successful, there needs to be a dream which keeps them awake. So what is success as a definition for you may not be my definition of success, may not be somebody else's definition of success. So first, A is to understand what success means to you. It is not about the money, the cars, the house, and all those monetary things that, these are not the things that define success. If you ask me, my definition of success, as I always said, is to build people. That's my definition of success. How many people? Leisung has got a target of building 1,000 families. That is my definition of success. And if it was on a day-to-day basis, what I do as mentorship is I just tell them to be better than the best you have seen till now. Be better than the best. Now, what do I mean by that? You know Excel, right, Leju?
Yep.
If I was to ask you to do a normal database table on an Excel, there is one way that everyone would do, and then there is that another way which will be better than the normal way that it is done, right? We learn a lot about pivots. Okay, that is one way which is different. What is Excel for? Rather than just making it a database tool, learn how to analyze data. That is one sure shot way to success. You may be better than 95% of the people who are out there who know Excel. So get deep into subjects. PowerPoint. Simple things like PowerPoint. How people are looking at getting figures together. They're looking at getting text, pictures together. But what they forget is when you present to someone, the most important thing in a PowerPoint presentation is the flow of your words with respect to the slides that are being shown. Even a small thing like a transition matters in a PowerPoint. So to learn those details, to be better than 95% of the people, you just need to learn maybe 3 things more than them. So for you to identify what are those 3 things is very important. So for being successful, and getting success is not a single jump. These are small steps which are taken over a period of time, and trying to understand those 3 things that are better than the best. Okay, so I think if you are able to focus and analyze situations, nothing better than that. So that is what I do on a regular basis. And that's why I've got some lovely people who work on Excel like crazy. I've got some lovely creative team. And when I said creative, I need to thank my director of creatives, Mr. Gopakumar or Gops, who has been behind these podcasts. Thanks a lot, Gopa, for ensuring that we come sit in front of the camera. You have our, what do you call that, call sheets done. You ensure that every Friday we sit on this. You ensure that you have the right people who can come and ask questions. You keep it impromptu. I think that is very important, and thanks a lot for that. So if there is nothing else, Leju, can we call it a day? It's a Friday. We can go together for a lunch and maybe enjoy it along with Gopes.
Thank you for your valuable time.
Thank you, Leju.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And looking forward for the next episode along with you.